You got control. You didn't play the intro.
Where I go to your door? We didn't go through that part.
Thank you.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Grown Man Podcast.
Yeah.
Here's the intro. I don't know where the intro is. Hey, everybody. What's up? This is Jerry. To my right is, to my left is.
Well, she rich is in the building. God damn.
And we are having technical difficulties. Far over to my right is.
Girl Blair, Art Baby Blair.
And we are the Grown Man Click Podcast. On the screen, we have the sophisticated Grizzly, Mr. Dearest Teddy himself. We have Van Gogh. We have Miss Marcy. We have John in the corner, always holding up the corner, John. I see you. So, let's see. Where are we going to start off? We are going to...
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Can I say something? So, I just want to make it known that I'm an alpha female. That's why I'm here. I'm confident in my male and my female energy. So that's why I'm here.
And because we asked
Grown
her
Man
to be here.
Podcast, random woman, yeah.
Yeah, she anything.
You are anything but random. We didn't say, hey, you on the street, come here. That's random. We not that. No.
Randoms can't do it.
Yeah.
Oh, you right.
So anyway, let's go right into it. So what did you do this past week, Blair? What was your agenda?
I actually traveled to Atlanta. I used to live down there. I lived down there for like 5 years, working as like a commercial photographer and a producer and a writer. And I have some really close friends there. So every now and then I like travel there to visit, and I get a little bit of work done while I'm there. Atlanta was fun. It's just not for me anymore. It's a lot of people there, like a lot of people. And I don't really consider myself a people person. Like, I'm an introvert. It's like selective with me. Like, I have a battery and it just runs out sometimes. And I need to be by myself. But yeah, I'm a photographer and editor. So a lot of shooting going on, a lot of editing. I'm actually a senior editor for a clothing line based out of DC. Called Tucker Nuck. It's a very like sophisticated upscale. You pretty much got to be rich to shop there, but yeah, I like it. It's a lot of fun. Like, it immerses me in that art world that I really love to be in. So yeah, it's fun.
That's dope.
That's me in a nutshell.
Sound like you had an exciting weekend. Traveling and
yeah.
whatnot.
So sorry for walking in front of the screen like that, but anyway, Scott T, what did you do this weekend?
Good. Well, we hosted a birthday party on Saturday, so I held it down with the studio for that, and actually had a couple of shoots on Sunday. So I was kicking around DMV, doing what I do, staying as low key as possible.
All right, Richie Rich is in the building. So what did you do this weekend?
Man, I was chilling this weekend. I had a couple jobs. I went and did this beautiful baby shower. Beautiful one. It made me say to myself that I actually think I want to have a child.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah. I think I want one.
Going to have a child with his needs.
You know that that's a lifetime commitment, right?
Huh?
You know that's a lifetime commitment, right? A baby to the baby and the mother of the baby.
Well, I see how my father did it.
How
I
did
think
your
I'm
father?
alright.
How did your father do it? Enlighten us.
Oh, no. I mean, why you just showed up when it was supposed to?
Okay, I'll take that.
Like my 21st
My
birthday?
father didn't, so I'll take anything.
Yeah. Like my 21st
With
birthday.
my biological.
But that's pretty much all I did, man. I was chilling, you know. I'll be cooling in the wind.
What did you do, Jerry?
Well, this weekend, over the course of the last week, we've just been working on some branding and imagery stuff, doing some imaging stuff for Baltimore Bad, which is Ballet After Dark.
Shout out to Dad.
Yep, shout out to Bad for my girl Todd Courtney Edwards. And then later on this week, like my boy Scott said, we hosted Kim Swallow's birthday party. It was amazing. There was a lot of people here. It was a lot of everything here. We just had so much fun. It was all, it ain't even on yet. We never got to.
About the
We
party.
had-
Wait, I'm sorry. What's this young lady's name?
Kim Swallows?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She's also been on the podcast. They were on last week, as a matter of fact. That was part of the poly and multi-layered relationship show we had last week. So, alternative lifestyles.
I gotta go.
Extremely.
Seriously,
It was really fun, and it was informative to people who don't know anything about stuff like that, and it helped them get a better understanding, because everybody basically on the podcast, except for Richie Rich and me, were in the lifestyle. So it
Okay.
worked really good.
Okay.
We had a great show. And
How do
I
you
think
know Kim Swallows?
she's been one of my clients for years.
Oh, okay.
So she comes here a lot, and gets her pictures taken, and she does some of her publicity stuff here, but all of the real stuff she does in the adult world, she does. Like,
Oh, okay.
all
Now it
sides.
makes sense. See, I wanted to ask that, but I didn't want to, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Right.
I was working up to that. I was about to say, so what's her occupation?
Yeah. Her occupation is she works in adult.
Hey, get it how you live. It's hard out here.
Because she doesn't do great porn videos and nothing like
She's
that.
a content.
I mean,
Content creator. That's the best way to put it.
like I said, get it how you live. I feel like one of y'all was trying to ask a question and we just kind of kept going. Was one of y'all
No,
trying
I
to
was
say something?
saying I was going to ask about the party, how the party went.
Oh, okay.
You should have came, Marcy.
No, I should not have.
Wow. Wow,
Shoulda
Rick.
came.
You see that reaction?
Right.
The party was fantastic. There was no drama. There was
Marcy would have been in the
a lot
corner
of
like,
sights, a lot of
I'd have been in the corner like, oh my God.
yeah.
she was like, oh my.
You could have
There was a lot going on.
Wait, did you say fights?
no fights.
No fights.
Oh, okay.
No lights, no fights, but a lot
No
of
lights, no fight.
Okay.
yeah, but it was a lot of everything else.
A lot
But
of
it-
everything else, huh?
Yeah, they were very well behaved. They, it was no ruckus. I guess when you're doing stuff that you like, when you're doing stuff that you like, people.
We having audio problems with your mic, Jerry.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear it.
Yeah, we struggling over here.
We on the struggle bus. Phone going off. There's all kinds of shit going on. Hold on. Let's go to.
We're switching mics right now.
One moment,
live
please.
On the Grown Man Click.
Did we have a commercial break?
Oh, yeah. Not yet, though. It's
Yeah,
not
I was
playing.
about to say,
We early.
usually the halfway point.
So early. All right. So let's keep it moving, keep it pushing. What's next? It is powder and flour, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, powder and flour. So here we go.
Flowers or powder for you.
I love it.
All right. I
You
know
gonna powder into the
somebody
next world.
that had somebody that pissed them off, or somebody needs some praise.
Yes.
So let's go.
Who's somebody? Not me. I loved everybody this weekend. I had a beautiful weekend. Nobody pissed me off. I was good. What about you, Blair?
Um, you know, I'm an introvert, so I don't really be around a lot of people like that. So it's kind of difficult for me to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? I'm gonna give flowers to my friend Akil. He's a celebrity makeup artist based out of Atlanta. He's worked with lots of celebrities, everybody from Megan Thee Stallion to City Girls
A killer
to
face.
Charlize and all these reality stars. Like he's just like this big celebrity makeup artist. But although he is that, he's still very humble and just the kindest person. Like I don't think I've ever had a friend just show me so much compassion and kindness. Like he really has a good heart. So I'm gonna give him flowers. And not only that, but like he's one of the very few people that I can honestly say do what they say they're going to do, like as far as like their career goes and stuff like that. Because I literally watched this man go from sleeping on the floor to making thousands of dollars a job. So he really has come a long way.
Hey, look, we got a new person on the screen. That is our girl Megan. What's up, Megan, my bro?
Hi,
Thank you for joining the GMC tonight.
All right, who else got some flowers and powder? I'm still.
I do. I got flowers. I have flowers and powder for the same person.
Damn.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Go
My-
ahead.
It's about to be one of these dogs. My
Wow.
my son, he took me to the gym, and he said, and he told me, "Ma, while we're here, you're not my mother."
Damn.
And he
you know why he
treated
said
me-
that though?
He treated me so bad. He was
You
yelling.
know why
at
he
me.
said that?
What?
Cause you was gonna be interfering with his pimping. He there for the girls, so you can't
No,
be
he
all on the
wasn't. He was
shoulder.
there to torture me.
He
He
was
was there to
tricking her.
torture me. 2 days in a row. But he
Hello?
made me work hard. So yeah.
Good.
Powders for talking to me the way he did, but flowers for even taking his mommy to the gym and hanging in there with me, pushing me.
He had to
That's what's
separate
up.
himself because if somebody had stepped to you, he was going to end up having a punch him in the throat.
Whatever. Wasn't nobody stepping to me.
All right, we got some people in the peanut gallery tonight. Let's say hello to Brian Maith, Steve Bennett.
What up, Megan?
They up there checking us out.
What's going on, Steve?
So what's up? What's up? And then who else is watching? Damien Nonchalant Doja is watching as well.
Damien, welcome.
That's
Sure.
what's good.
I got powder to my neighbor from last week. Well, all I know is young people got issues. This a little young kid got a brand new truck, still got the tip plates on it, screeching up and down the street in the middle of the night, and he ends up hitting somebody's car like right behind our house, and then he starts crying to his friend, talking about I don't know what happened. I'm like, for real?
Grown man problem.
Yeah, well, that's the problem.
He has too much gas in his chest. That's all that was.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's up,
Yay!
Megan?
We're good now.
Hey, welcome. Hello, everybody.
Welcome to the Grown Man Quit.
I just
Yeah,
shot
let me
her
fix
this
the
morning
mic.
or this afternoon.
Yeah, I was just in the studio
Yeah. So
taking some
you
hot
know.
shots.
yeah. So also I want to send a shout out to Lavish Fab. Lavish Fab just texted me. She has a personal family emergency where she needed to be. So I definitely understand that. But please send her some prayers. Keep her in your prayers and her family. And big ups to her because she was coming in hot because she's a model and a content creator as well, and
She always coming hot.
she always come in hot. She ready to go. So we're gonna be praying for you and your family, Lavish, for trying to get here.
Pray for my Taurus sister.
Yeah. So all right, we still on the flowers and powder. Who's next?
Oh, we gotta go to the screen. Marcy just went. What about you, Grace?
I don't have any powder for anybody, but I got y'all already know I'm on the fragrance game, and I got some flowers for this new one that I just got. Man.
Who?
What is it? What is
I
it? What is it?
wore that thing today. That's what it's called.
Starman, vanilla,
Nebula.
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 Real businessman right there. He giving the flowers to the cologne.
Hey, bro.
He said, "I'm gonna make y'all buy this shit."
Let me tell you, like if you liked 9 p.m., you're gonna absolutely love this one.
Okay.
You'll absolutely love this one. So
No 9 p.m. sitting on my dresser.
yes, sir.
Spray it on the camera and let us smell it.
I gotta watch you, Rich, because if I put it anywhere near the camera again,
Hey,
it might
man.
be in the back pocket.
Come on with the duds, so you already know.
Hey, Lisa, how you doing? Lisa Sassafras. I see you watching. Welcome to the Grown Man Click Podcast. Like having you here.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the next lady. Megan, this is your first time on the show. Dre, explain flowers and powder to me.
So, flowers and powder, that's where you got two things. You can either give someone flowers for doing something extra nice, out of the ordinary, that's just blessed your heart during this past week. Or you could give them the powder. The powder is putting powders in your hand and slapping the donkey shit out of for something stupid they did. So, do you have any flowers? I know you have a flower because you were pontificating on your flower today. But do you have any powder as well to give to anyone?
I do actually. So let me start with the flowers because I feel like you should lead with positive. I have flowers. I've had a really one of those life is stranger than fiction weeks, and what you think can't happen, the unthinkable happened. And so it's been really stressful. And so I have to give flowers to somebody who's been very supportive and just without having to be told or asked, just fills in the blanks and makes sure that I don't have to want or need for anything. And it's been a huge relief. On that note, there is a lot of powder that needs to be slapped on the faces of some of these male creators that are on social media dogging female, calling us divas and difficult to work with. And I'm just appalled because I don't understand how being a professional and having high expectations and high standards when I'm spending my money is problematic. So powder, because one thing I will say is that I feel like it's really tacky to go on social media and just constantly dish your customers. I understand every once in a while you got to, say what's on your mind and you want to share your experience. But if every person you work with is too hard to work with, difficult, problematic, diva, maybe they're not the problem. Maybe you are. So let's smack some powder on people that just don't know how to have couth and professionalism. And, everybody can't be the bad guy, or can they?
Yep.
Hello. The bad guy. I agree with you. If every single person is the bad guy, we got to look at the common denominator there. Who?
Yeah, I also feel like what you put out in the universe is what you get back. So if you're constantly negative, you should be surprised if what you get is negativity.
Well, it also, if I can interrupt, sounds like if that person's that's got that many complaints, sounds like they're in the wrong business.
Right.
Right.
So.
I agree.
Smiles.
All right.
Maybe I should have finished off with the positive. I stole everyone's voice.
So, all right, we got to move on to John now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give love and flowers to everybody worldwide.
Oh, that's sweet, John.
I'll take
What kind of flower do I get? I want to know what kind of flower I'm getting. Let me see what you got.
Well, it depends. What do you want?
All right, that's a grown
I want
man.
lilies.
What do you want?
I mean, there's more than just one kind of flower. Just saying. Yeah, I'll have that lily to you next week.
Yeah, just give me a
Okay,
cactus,
thank
man. I'm good.
Prickly pear.
I can't kill that. I can't kill that. So yeah.
Marcy, I can give you some flowers. It just might have a little purple haze on it.
Jesus.
It's not.
Them is my kind of flowers.
What is that?
I'll be getting my Marcy high.
Hey, man. Listen,
What
I
is
said I
purple
get
haze?
what you do with it.
Just let me
What
know
is
when I need to bring
That
out the
sounds like
kryptonite.
one of Grizz's fragrances. Purple haze.
I might
Hey,
have something
hey,
in there by the name by that. I might have that.
I don't
We'll
even
put
know
it,
what that is.
we'll put it in some brownies and sell it to me.
No, for the hell with that.
That's that kind of flower, not FLOUR. Is that what you're talking about? Oh my God, let me just shut up.
Don't. Marcy, he's trying to take you down the rabbit hole. Don't
Never
let him.
mind.
I'm saying
Oh man.
him up.
Never mind.
Hey, Rich, I just want to let you know I got the kryptonite on deck too. So watch
What's
yourself,
up,
sir.
Anthony Hunt? Anthony Hunt is in the house watching the Grown Man Click tonight.
Hunt
What's
in
up,
the
my
building.
buddy? What's up? So anyway, I guess it's Grizz already went, right?
Yeah.
Van went. Did Van go?
No, I didn't go yet.
Van go?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm
Van, go.
the quiet one of the group.
Oh my gosh.
Take
You're
my
not in the
advice.
strip club tonight. It's quiet.
Whatever. Can we get you to tell
So,
a story?
My week was pretty much I want to say neutral. I didn't have anything I want to say bad or good happen. It was just like the average week. Everything kind of went smooth. Got a couple estimates done for the electrical work that I do. Got a couple of designs that I'm working on for some folks. Got a model call that I'm going to like next month that I got invited to for something that's happening in June. So, this weekend has pretty much been like a normal, nothing exciting, nothing to really get like worked up about. It's just things that are progressing and happening. So, no complaints this week.
Well, that was exciting.
Boom goes the devil.
All right, I guess it's me. Well, I got to give my back the powder because
What was
now
that?
I'm on steroids and taking all kinds of drugs because my back is still giving me problems from last year when I hurt my back at Fashion Week, and they won't give me an MRI because I have to go through certain protocols. So what they're doing is I had to get X-rays done. I'm like, all you going to see is my bony ass. That's all you going to see. You need an MRI to see what's going on in my back. I know that. I understand that. These doctors are like playing CSI with like Monopoly money or something. I don't know. It's crazy what they're doing. But
They're
so
practicing.
lots of drugs in my system. I hate when I feel like this. I'm trying to stay coherent because it's hard for me to stay on task when I got this crap in my system. But I've been doing pretty good. But it's just powder all over the doctors and everything that's going on with my back. Flowers, I definitely got to give flowers to the GMC because, even though they had photo shoots and other things that they had to do this weekend, when it was time for that party, they were here to help me. They weren't participating. They were moving furniture. They were cleaning. They were helping out the guests. They just do such a great job at making sure that Mass Creations Multimedia and our studio looks great no matter who walks through the door. And I got to give them their big ups because it makes my job easier when they're here. I do have another little flower. I'm sorry, a little powder. This is just an irritation. And, it's something that's been going on for a while now. And it just drives me up a wall. If you know anything about me, I like to make sure customer service is at 100% at all times. So we have a refrigerator in the studio. The refrigerator has beverages, waters, and sodas for the customers. Every time I go to get a beverage out of the refrigerator, it's 2/3 to 3/4 empty. We have only grown men and grown women supposedly working in our studio, And all you have to do is before you leave is open up the refrigerator, fill it back up. Because guess what? I even buy the drinks. I'm not asking for money for nothing. I fill the drinks back up. Because guess what? One day you're going to come in here, it's 98 degrees outside. You've been sweating like a pig. You're going to open that refrigerator up, and Jerry's going to be off, and there's not going to be shit for you to drink in that refrigerator.
God damn.
To fill it. So you can go eat some sawdust or go upstairs and drink some DBW, dirty bath water, from the shower because I wasn't there to fill up the refrigerator, you people. I love y'all, but fill up the refrigerator. There you go.
You feel better now?
Fill
Yes,
up
I
the
do.
fucking refrigerator, y'all.
Yeah. In other words, JB is saying stop the crunchy bullshit.
Thank
You
you.
know? It's
We
just
need to
that
come up
simple.
with a sound effect for crunchy bullshit. That we gotta use that. So anyway, what?
No,
Oh, you ain't heard his homemade sound.
all right. I think we should get into the topic.
All right, cool.
Let's go ahead.
Let's go in then. Go.
Let's do it.
Oh, it's model behavior too, y'all. We talking model behavior.
So do you? In order to understand what we're talking about, this is basically going to be more of a photography subject, and I know you guys suffer through those to get to the good stuff near the end or whatever. But you do also ask questions because we do have people that aren't part of the photography community. Most of us are, and all of us are creatives. So you can take one thing or one problem, move it into your line of creativity, and it'll work somewhat the same. But
the thing that is a common denominator, though, is everything that we're talking about, whether we're talking about our specific area of expertise or not, it's common damn sense.
Yeah. So, I mean, a lot of times, like, I got something I really want to say, and I'm trying
Say
to be good, and I
it.
don't
Say
wanna
it,
do
honey. This
No,
is
he's-
the place
he's
to
trying
do
be
it.
PC
I'm trying to be politically correct right now, but I mean,
Who cares about
all right,
politically
just-
Actually,
correct?
correct.
Well,
When we decided to do this, you said fuck politically correct.
You
well,
feel
yeah,
me?
but-
Yeah, you're a grown man and you don't
well,
fix it.
well, okay.
I'm here for the
You said it. but
Great.
I did.
This is my problem with models right now.
Uh-oh.
And Megan is one of the models that she does really good with protocol and everything. And if she's not feeling well, and she'll call and text or tell you way in advance and make sure that you're not sitting here waiting for them or stuff like that. But one thing that's been roasting my fucking britches lately is how you're gonna call me, text me,
I ain't never heard that
email
one
me,
before.
just keep coming at me for photo sessions. I book you, and then hours before the shoot, you're nowhere to be found. I could have done way better than just and book somebody who I knew was going to be here, who would have appreciated the time I put aside for you, who knows that right now in the season that I'm in, that I don't do a lot of TFP, trade for photos, trade for performance, trade for pictures, whatever you want to call it, work. This is a grind time for me. And for me to take time out of my schedule to put you on the schedule because I want to work with you, but you don't show up, I don't care if you ever call me again anymore, because I'm not going to put any more time away for people who don't respect it. If you knew last night you weren't coming, tell me that. I can sleep an hour or two later. It's just that simple. And I mean, and also, if I'm doing something to help you out, you should be more into getting and publicizing and promoting and doing this stuff, because nobody is a better promoter for you than you.
I don't think I ever experienced that. Like somebody not showing up on me.
Yeah.
You ain't never been bluffed out.
But that's
Gary.
it's got to be a level of professionalism no matter what. I mean, I can promote you, but nobody promotes you better than you. So when you have opportunities to promote yourself and put yourself out there and get better a better exposure for free.
Right.
That's the magic thing. You pay for everything that you do. We pay for everything that we've done. We invested in cameras, backgrounds, equipment. Everybody knows the space I have here. We've done that.
Baby oil for my
I don't
knees.
trivialize what you. I see how much money Megan spends on clothing. I see how much money Lavish spends when she comes into the studio for her shoots. I see what your commitment is, and I understand that, and I appreciate it. But guess what? You come in here with half of the stuff you got. I can give you the other half because I also invested in wardrobe and stuff to make sure that the shoots go off well. So nobody's scale is tipped one way or the other in this. It's got to be balanced in the middle. What you bring to the table is just as important as what I bring to the table, and we have to work together to make it happen.
It's called mutual respect, people.
Absolutely.
I haven't had that happen on TFP. A couple paid gigs there, but I got my bread, so that's on y'all.
I think a lot of it has to do with how much someone takes their business serious or how invested or committed they really are to the creativity. Some people just don't take this very seriously, and so a lot of it for me, the very first shoot that I had with you, Jerry, I paid for. So
Right.
from the very beginning, the beginning of our relationship came from a business transaction, and from then on, if you say, it costs $100 to use the shower extra, or the tub costs this, or whatever, there's no question in my mind that it's not, can I get it for free? I know that everything has a cost to it, but I'm also on the other end. So being a photographer and a model, I also understand that lenses aren't cheap. All of the investment that goes into operating the studio, supplies, electricity, like there's so many expenses that, knowing that these things cost money means I need to pay money to be there. This is not, the drop by free studio, hang out and not contribute. So I get it.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
Megan's point,
Gary.
money or no money, you need to, if you're not serious, that's one thing, but you need to understand that everybody that you're working with is serious about what they do. This is the professional atmosphere at all times, whether you're giving me money or I'm giving you money or not.
Also, to touch on Megan's point, I feel like a lot of people don't really understand the amount of investment that we make. Like, they don't know you got to buy the camera body separate from the lens. They don't know you got to buy the modifier separate from the light. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of models that just started out and don't really understand the industry, like, they're not looking at it that way. They're just looking at it as, oh, all I got to do is show up. Somebody going to do my makeup. Somebody going to do my hair. Somebody going to take the pictures. And I'm going to benefit, all the way around.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they don't realize the loss that could be taken when they just don't show up, or how unprofessional that is.
Well, actually, a lot of the models
I think it's about. I just think it's about.
don't have professional makeup. They do their own makeup. Obviously, they buy their own wardrobe, they buy their own makeup, and what have you. And that is part of their vantage point, which we understand and we appreciate as well. But you got to realize that's what TFP came about in the first place, because we are all putting money in. If you're putting money in, the money you put in is not any more important than the money that I'm putting in.
Imagine you do your makeup and everything, and we go, shit, I ain't gonna make it today.
Right. Then
Right.
what? You'll be mad as hell.
They don't think. There's a level of commitment, a level of excitement. I'm an artist, so if we're reaching out to each other because we want to work together, believe you me, I'm turning down or ignoring way more people than I'm saying yes to. So if I'm saying no to other people and I'm saying yes to you, please understand that. I don't want to sound like a jackass or like I'm pompous, but that's a privilege.
You're absolutely right. It is.
And those will be the same people that'll get mad when you don't want to do TFP in the future. Like, oh, why won't you book me? Like, why would I? You're a no show, no call.
I've had models who I've done TFP with, and I tell all models going in, I don't do birthday pictures. I don't do any of that for free. Anything that's a special occasion event, I don't do for free. We could shoot TFP, but don't try to sneak a balloon and a cake in this bitch because it's not going to happen. Because that's the stuff that pays for me to pay a makeup artist to come do your face when you don't have the money. That's the money that pays for the cameras and the lights and everything when you come in here and take pictures and they go off without problems.
Or if he got to call me or Scott.
Or the wardrobe.
Yeah.
And this 500 million things that cost money that y'all don't see.
All right, so let me ask y'all this. Let me ask y'all
Kenzie,
this.
what's up, Kenzie?
Let me ask y'all this.
Shelly.
How does a good professional model conduct herself from start to finish?
Ooh, I know one. Not standing in the making room for like 10 and a half hours.
Okay.
I mean,
what else?
If you go from start to finish first, once you have that initial connection, I know that I have a diatribe that I give to the models. It's copied and pasted into their first message when they message me. Mm-hmm. It tells them who I am, because Mass Creator is not my real name, and that's usually Instagram where they hit me up. And then it goes to tell them where the studio is, the exact address, even telling them that it's within the Baltimore Body Shop building. Mm-hmm. It tells them what to expect. We're going to do this many outfits. You can bring this many outfits. We're going to do it for this long amount of time. You will get this amount of pictures. You get this amount of edits. You're welcome to bring someone because I need you to be as comfortable as possible. And by yourself for the first time, I prefer that you have someone with you. Mm. So it tells you everything that I would expect.
So as long as they follow that, they good in your book.
And make sure that they're, but we're after that, then they're, step by step. She has to agree that that's going to be good. And then I go, so what are you shooting? Because usually first shoots, I don't want to see lingerie. I don't want to see no boudoir. I want to see modeling. So I want to see fashion. That's why I invest in the clothes like I do. Because if you come in there and you say, well, I bought these necklaces. No, I need to see you in clothes. I want to see what you can do as a model. Because if you're not professional as a model, I definitely don't want you flopping around on the bed naked. Because that's what you're going to look like a dead fish flopping around on the bed because you don't know how to arch your back. You don't know how to point your toes. You don't know how to hold your hands. You don't know how to carry your chest. Yes, Megan, go ahead.
I think a lot of it has to do with communicating. Like for me as a model, when we set up the shoot, the first thing I'm thinking of is the concept. What do I want these pictures to look like, and what do I need to invest to make that come to fruition? And that's props, that's outfits, that's hair, that's makeup. Like, of course, being a creative, I'm very visual, so I want to have an idea of what I want this to look like. And so coming up with a concept, and then I like to relay that to you, especially when Jerry shoots me or even Scott, like I'll relay that to you guys so that you can be like, okay, here's where we're going to shoot this in the studio. These are the lights that we need. This is the chair or the chase or the tree or whatever that's going to make this look. Or like I saw you guys did like a rainforest thing. So having a clear vision of what it is that you want to shoot for a model is highly important because that gives you the opportunity to invest in your props and making sure that you have everything that you need to make that come to fruition, because the photographer and the studio are only a small portion of making that vision come to life. There's so many aspects and intricate pieces that if you don't have all of those things, like, yeah, we can throw something together and make it look fire. But if you have something specific that you're trying to achieve, you have to take the time to research. I research poses. I research like everything so that when I go into this shoot, I want this to be as, quick, fast, professional as possible. And then also bringing those items, because it doesn't matter if you buy them and you don't bring them. But I think preparation is a huge part of making sure that your shoot comes out professional and beautiful and the way that you had envisioned it.
Yeah, I agree. I'm glad you said that, because for me, I think the most important thing is having a model that is bringing just as much to the table as she's taking away. Because at the end of the day, like, this is marketing, this is promotion, this is your portfolio, this is benefiting you a great amount. You know what I'm saying? And also a model that doesn't need a whole lot of direction. Like you get up there and you know what you're doing. I hardly have to say anything. Because I mean, you a model, right? That's a job title. So
Right.
do that.
There we go. And that's the whole idea. I understand it, and this is the thing that got me into doing TFP. And I know for the most part, you have very, very limited TFP. It's got to be the right model, the right concept, and mostly it's created by you, and you ask for the model to come in.
Right.
But when you're like me, and you know, I'm on these streets, on the internet streets all the time, looking at pages, looking at things that's going on, concepts and everything, and you see a model in your area, and I'm sorry, I'm just going to put it out there, who has some shitty ass pictures, but you see their potential.
Oh.
And I'll be like, damn, if I could get her in front of my camera, I just wonder what it would look like.
Right.
Oh.
So I'm not saying that I'm that great of a photographer. I'm not big up in myself. What I'm saying is that I can see that this photographer doesn't know lighting. This photographer doesn't know his camera settings. I can see the different things that are going wrong and why this person doesn't look interested in their work. And, you know, they're trying to put it out there. And I'm like, you know that, you know, they didn't get a lot of good pictures because it's like 4 or 5 pictures on their profile.
But you know what I will say, a lot of my TFP and like, you know, creative personal things that I like to do, yes, I do come up with a lot of those ideas. However, I do have models that come to the table with stuff, and that's why I like to work with them. Like a good example is Niobe.
Yeah.
Niobe, she would buy a house if she could afford it, and I said I needed that for a photo shoot. Like that's how serious she be about.
She come in with everything.
That girl then came in here with chairs, all kind of stuff.
And
like
you said, I'm taking this back. It's going
right,
back
she'll
to
send it
car.
right back when she done with it. Like she's very serious about, you know, the concept and the aesthetic, and I really appreciate that
That's
about her.
like Megan. Megan doesn't come in here empty-handed. Megan has also donated stuff to the studio.
Clothes,
yeah.
hair, and another thing, she maintains great relationships with the people that she works with. Like she got a bunch of hairstylists that'll do her hair if she asks, makeup artists that'll work with her because she's good at what she does, and they know that she's gonna bring back something fire every time.
Right.
So
I mean, and people wonder, just like with me, the relationship that I built with Vogue Revisited, the clothing store where I'm getting all these Gucci jackets and the Gucci purse that I just shot and all of that. You know, those are relationships that we build up to help you out with your profession. I don't know how many models actually go into these stores and try to get consignment and try to work on trying, you know, if I bring this back and it's not damaged or everything, do you need a credit card or do you need a lot of these places, all you need is a form that they have. And you can go in and borrow clothes and bring them back. You know? And another thing that I've been trying to think about doing is letting models know that if you're really talking about being a model, then you need to have a business. You need to be, just to use your name, Blair Lashley Model LLC. Because if you're buying clothes, if you're buying wardrobe, if you're traveling in your car, if you're having meetings with these people and eating lunch, if you're doing any of that, that's money that could be tax deductible if you made yourself a legal business. And you could be a sole proprietorship.
Right.
And all the money that you spend on wardrobe, as long as you document it and keep the receipts and take care of making sure everything is documented and pay that $300 they make you pay in Maryland every year and pay your taxes, you're good. And you'll get all that money back. I don't get that much money back because of all the things that I do have. I mean, I'm just trying not to owe right now, and I'm trying to be like the big businessman. I don't want to owe, but I pay my taxes.
Mm-hmm.
I
You
think
better.
you make a point
They
though.
gonna come get you. That's one organization you don't want no beef with.
You definitely don't. But to kind of circle back, one of the things that you said was like relationships, and the model that you said takes things very seriously, has great relationships. And I think relationship building is a big part of being a professional, and knowing that if you don't develop strong and positive business relationships with people, it's difficult to be a professional in your industry. And so, you know, like for me, it's real important that I'm a part of mass creation. Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of studios that I could go to and try to be a photographer somewhere else or be a model somewhere else. But I'm not interested in going somewhere where I have to, navigate the space and hope that I'm going to be treated like a equal or be treated professionally and respected and have a safe, creative space to do what I do. And so I'm happy to have built a relationship at Mass Creation, and everybody that's there is so dope. Like, I love y'all. Y'all are family. And so as a model, I feel so supported. And even as a photographer, I'm a baby photographer, even though I've been shooting forever. I don't do it enough. I'm getting better at it, but I don't do it enough to I like being in front of the camera.
Yeah,
I'm a camera hog.
Good, because some of your shots, I'll be like, did I take? No, I didn't. Did I? I don't.
No, I'm
good.
I have a good eye. I need to. My Canon and I are like the ex that keep breaking up and getting back together.
Yeah, I understand. It's a Canon.
Honey.
Yeah, you gotta work on that relation. You gotta work on that.
I can understand why.
I'm like having an affair with my camera.
Anyway, we're not even going to get in the camera pissing contest. We're not even going to get in the camera pissing contest.
It's not a contest. I'm a Canon dummy. Like, I've had this thing forever, and it's like, the ex that you just hook up with, but you don't want to like get to know. You don't want to converse. You're just like, yeah, let's tussle around a little bit and then put it backward in its little package.
I'm faithful. I'm down with your ass. I'm down with your ass. Period.
I'm being honest. I'm ashamed. Plus, I'm trying to get the Sony.
So what is the wow?
That's right. Hey,
wait.
Yes, yeah. Hey, you can't deny it. What?
I'm a straight rider.
You don't want to cook.
No Sony over here with me.
Right. So
right now,
we ain't
Jerry,
gonna get into that,
calm
but
down.
Because
You get a little hype up in here. Calm down.
Oh, the convicts is about to come out.
You can shoot what you want and do what you do, because at the end of the day, it matters whether you like what you do and your clients like it. I don't care if you shoot with a Fujica XL47 from back in '62. If you popping out some motherfucking fire, who gonna mess with you?
I seen some dope stuff recently from a freaking Polaroid Instamatic. Yes, they are back. I saw someone that a couple weeks ago had a brand new one. Popped out just like it always does.
All right, I'm just going to do a little feedback off of that. I don't give a fuck what you like or what your clients like. That's why we got TV out here, okay?
What?
Everything don't look good. I just want to make that shit clear.
I'm talking about my work. So
no, I was just saying, period. Like,
I can't say about anybody else's work.
I feel like this is turning.
I ain't saying shit about
contest.
Belt.
We said we wasn't going to do it, and we doing it anyway.
Well,
Just
don't
let it
worry
be
about
real.
now, because I'm working with my hard drive, so I got the most piss in the room right now. So let's not do that.
I done seen shit on TV. I'm like, nigga, you could have kept this on YouTube, bro.
Hey, Rich, why you keep throwing shots
The
at
fact that
Tubi,
you even
bro?
watching it, though. Where you be saying
I
it?
want to know why Rich keep throwing
My
shots at
nigga,
Tubi.
on the actual app, on the smart TV.
I definitely be on TV.
Wow.
I definitely on.
You know we got some sound issues right now, so when we're talking,
Right.
we can't hear you. So what were you saying?
No, I'm trying to figure out why Rich keep throwing shots at Tubi, man. That's a wonderful.
I ain't throwing shots. Chill the fuck out. I need to get back on there.
The world throws shots at Tubi. You don't be on social media? That's all they be clowning, Tubi.
It's crazy because they keep clowning it, but they keep watching it.
They saw the
I ain't
Tubi
got no
commercial on the
checks
Super Bowl. They want to know what the fuck was
Independent-
going on.
Independent artists ain't getting checks for TV. Only people that's getting checks for TV is TV originals.
They not paying checks. They just put people
Yeah.
movies on.
Yeah, they just on that.
Oh, we need to get our movie on there.
They trying to build it up.
Yeah.
That's how you got started. You got to start
Amazon
from the
did the same
bottom.
thing.
Started from the bottom that we here.
Amazon Prime did the
I
same
know
thing.
somebody got a bad because that Super Bowl spot cost some grip.
Right?
Yeah, when your app is free.
Facts.
to the
They said we don't care what y'all say. Y'all gonna get this good C plus movie.
I watched Baby Boy.
C plus movie. You
I
watch
watch.
Baby
I
Boy
watch.
2.
No,
See,
I watched Baby Boy, and every time it went to break, it had like 7 ads. Like, I'm trying to tell you, like.
I
So
thought
you got
I
baby
thought
boy,
I
then you
thought
go on Tubi, you might find baby girl. That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Baby Girl 3.
I'm just your
I'm your
baby
daddy.
girl. Lord have mercy.
So,
Yeah.
as far as with the models, I want to go to Megan. I mean, because you see it from both sides, so I think you could say it that. And you know what? I don't even know why I'm clowning like that, because even though she does most of her own shoots, she's a model too. If you go up, don't even try. She's so phony.
I don't know where they
You
get
don't
this
want-
from.
You look at her.
For real?
I take self portraits. I don't model, so I don't allow other people to take pictures of me. I take all my own pictures, and I do like all my own like dope concepts.
All freaking master.
One more time. You what?
I do all my own like.
You what?
I do my makeup. I do my hair. I build sets. I buy my own outfits.
And you the only one who photographed you?
Yes.
No, I photographed you.
When?
When you were with him.
Oh.
Whole photo shoot.
That don't count. That was just like some little candid fun stuff. That wasn't actually like a shoot.
You just hear what I heard.
All right, Jerry, I'm
It was just
listening.
candids. It was the type of stuff that I
Sometimes.
do versus what Jerry took of me is two
Ooh.
totally different types of
Don't do
photography.
that.
Like I do glammed up, fun, super giant heart type stuff.
Yo, we got a
Those was
shot,
just
bro.
like in studio candids. That's all that was.
So what do you got for me, Jerry? I'm ready. Shoot me with it.
I'm feeling some tension coming from this side of the room, and I don't like
I
it.
can feel it, and I'm just on the other side of the
I don't
screen.
like it. I need them to fix that.
Yo.
Enough of that.
All right, Jerry, I'm ready.
Hey,
Anyway, being as though I was trying to give her accolades, then she took out razor blades. Anyway,
Shit
what I
that
was
turned into salt.
you know, what is your feelings on good experiences with photographers? You know, I mean, what makes it a good shoot? What makes it good for you so that you feel like you want to come back?
For me, I would say comfort and safety, especially being a female model who most of the people that I've shot with have been male photographers. Luckily, in my experience, I've had very few issues with the photographer being too flirty or handsy. Or one time I had someone who was just outright disrespectful. So I'll say I've been fortunate in having some pretty good experiences. So I think a lot of it is just the chemistry, the vibe, and the respect. Ultimately, just respecting that regardless if I'm in a fur coat and fully clothed from head to toe, or if I'm wearing something that's, sexy and might show a little cleavage and maybe some of my booties hanging out or something, like, regardless of what I'm wearing, I think comfort is really important. Another thing is guidance. A lot of times we get in front of the camera, like today, I was running out of ideas for poses and you were like, here, do this, turn this way. Normally, that's not the case for me. I'm very self-sufficient when it comes to posing. But, given the circumstances of the crazy week that I've had, I am like Jello brain. I got into about 20 minutes of the shoot and then just was like, okay, what do we do now? So guidance is really important. And 3, confidence. Sometimes we're second guessing our outfits. Sometimes we're second guessing, does my makeup look okay? Does my hair look okay? We want to be perfect and look great for the photos. And you being, like, hey, maybe if you did this, or you look great. Not that you have to be like fake or phony or go above and beyond to like boost somebody up, because confidence is obviously something that we should have for ourselves. But I mean, in the sense of like just knowing that we're doing what we're supposed to be doing, and get a little bit of sometimes hype, just the energy. So those have been good experiences for me. So
I agree with that. I feel like if both model and photographer come with like a plan, it's just going to bounce back and forth. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, for me, it's a little different because I do consider basically my basis is beauty fashion. That's where I love to shoot, and what I love to shoot. I have a lot of issues with coming up with concepts. I mean, for me, I want to be able to show your beauty and just do what I do when you come into that set. When you working with a model who already is advanced posing and knows lights and knows if I say, all right, this is the only lights on, that's your main. I don't have to say anything else. What's the main? That's your main light. That's the only light that's on you right now. So if you turn away from that light, you'll be in darkness. But teaching and working with newer models, I love it because then they can see the difference. And what I want to do is I want to put a model in a position that they don't have bad shoots because the photographer doesn't know what they're doing. Because you can actually restructure a shoot by knowing where the main light is, by knowing, how far to be from the background so that you don't get a shadow. It's certain things that you can do as a model to make yourself have a better shoot than if you don't know anything about photography. I don't go in and call models blind and not know anything about modeling or fashion. You've got to do your homework on everything. It's just like when Grizzly goes out and buys a new fragrance, he's not going to just pick up anything. He's going to see if it's oud. He's going to see what the top scents are, the middle notes, the bottom notes. He's going to look and tell you whether this could be a good fragrance. Then the foliage, how long it lasts and hangs in the air. He's going to be looking for all of that. With Marcy, when she's working with the animals, she knows how she has to take care of them and keep them fed, keep them, busy enough so that her day goes by smoothly. She's getting more and more proficient in her business by learning what she has to do to be better at it. That's why we missed Marcy a few weeks because she was getting that education. So if photographers go through all this education, you go through all this education for what you do, Ted. You go through all this education, Marcy. You, Van, you can stick your hand in a damn light socket and not explode and not get shocked because you know where to touch.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you got the education. So why are models allowed to come with no education? Go online, do your homework, look at pictures. Another great model just stepped in. What's up, Kamara? Kamara Hamilton. I just shot her this past week. Going to shoot her soon again. But she put it this way. She did such a great job. I knew she was coming. I had one of the boutique owners I work with come in on a Sunday, and she bought some pieces. And she said, I wish I bought more pieces. This girl can model. I was like, you see the difference between a model and a girl that just wore your clothes out for the night. And
right.
It's a big
there
difference.
is a
big difference from those IG models to a real model.
And while we're talking about that, I feel like a lot of people think that being a model is just being cute. Like, no, you need to know how to work your face. You need to know how to work your body. You need to look good in clothing. You need to look good in universal hairstyles. Like, it's a lot that goes into it. And just because you're cute don't necessarily mean you're a model. You feel me? Like, I've had some cute girls in front of my camera looking like deers in headlights.
Yes.
Okay?
That's because she's cute, don't mean she gets
And I be
cute
in my
pictures.
mind like, I'm never shooting her again.
Yeah, there's a presence that has to be there. The confidence, the body language, the body knowledge,
knowing how to talk,
all of that,
enunciate.
Knowing how to translate onto a photo. So how you look on the other side and how it's going to look with the finished product. That's
and they just think, I bought the brand new outfit from Fashion Nova. I got this girl to beat my face. I got a cute hairstyle. I'm ready to go. That's 1/3 of it.
But I think that also translates to like what I do too, right? Like with film, it's a lot of nothing but cute girls thinking they can act because they're pretty. It's not
Oh
the
no,
case.
of course not.
That's
I
not the
blame
case.
society for that though. I blame society and social media.
Social
Like,
media, I definitely blame.
because I mean,
Yeah.
there's such thing as pretty privilege. Like the pretty
hmm
girl will get the part in the movie because she's pretty, not because she delivers the lines well, or because she, really embodied the part. It's just like we like looking at you, so we'll overlook everything else.
Right. Well, it's like they say, not everybody that talks has something to say.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
Right.
it's the same
baby.
thing. Wasn't that it? Yeah, we're gonna put that on a shirt. Not everybody who talks has something
Right.
to say.
Yeah.
So the same thing translates with photography and models. Like, just because you're in front of my camera doesn't constitute you as a model. It just means I'm taking pictures of you. It's up to you to embody what it is that we're trying to accomplish and embrace it. And like, I might be a big girl, but I love my body. Jerry can tell you, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna put on
And you know
whatever
what? I like that you said that because I have noticed lately in like mainstream media that there's more like universal and diverse body types within like different mainstream media. Like for example, Drake and 21 Savage just released a video for Spin About You, and the main model is a plus size girl, and she's plus size, but she has a beautiful shape and a beautiful face, and she killed that part. And I just love to see that because the typical video girl is skinny, got a BBL, got fake titties, light skin. You feel me? Like, and this girl is brown and she thick, and like I just love it. Same thing for like artists like Lizzo, like embodying a whole different type of image, a whole different type of acceptance. You know what I'm saying? And
Or
I really love
the
it.
song Lizzo.
Right.
She got a little belly,
for
but
that?
that's
Yeah.
okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
She
even
don't let a real
the song
nigga eat
about
out.
that he wrote that was and entitled Lizzo. He used plus size models, and it was
That's not her
very
song?
good. Huh?
That's not her song?
No, she got a little run cake.
Yeah.
No, that
I
ain't
thought that was her
Lizzo.
shit.
No,
That
it's a
was
dude.
that was a.
I thought she just grabbed her uncle and shit.
Homage.
And said that.
I got
Let's say hi to Sheila in the peanut gallery.
Hey, Sheila.
Just like back in the day, a beauty standard was having
Sit
a
your
gap, having
ass
a gap
down.
in your teeth was not acceptable. Now you see models like the face of brands, big ass gap in her
Rebel.
teeth, and it's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like I like that.
Rebel London.
they're starting to use real people to actually make it more relatable to
Right.
what you actually see. Like in high fashion, the standard used to be like a size 2 at 5'9". You
Right.
couldn't get into a fashion show unless you were a size 2 and you were 5'9".
Mhm.
And to the average audience, that's unrealistic because not that many people are that size. So they
Exactly.
had to change it to make the models look like the everyday person so that they could push their product better. Oh,
Right.
okay, I can see me in that because she looks like me.
Mhm. Yep.
Even more so, I got to give a lot of credit to Lizzo. She's definitely a pioneer in
Mhm.
saying, I am going to be plus size no matter what,
Mhm.
and not letting people tell her how she's supposed to look.
Right.
And it takes people like that to be confident and secure and brave, because it's very scary putting yourself out there like that in front of the world, not just a few people, but the world, to say, I can be a great, musician, I can be a great singer, I can be all of these things. But at the end of the day, normal Hollywood and normal entertainment industry and just society in general would say, oh, but you know what, you're pretty for a fat girl.
Right.
You just need to lose some weight, and then we can be a fan of your work, or then we can support your work. But instead, it's like it takes people saying, nah, I'm going to be beautiful no matter what size I am. I can be 350 pounds and still beautiful, and you're not going to tell me otherwise. So mad credit goes out to her for not getting sucked into that whole Hollywood lose weight diet society and being healthy and plus size.
Right.
And also,
Yeah, I'm starting to see more photos of models who have like who have freckles, or those
Right.
what we used to consider imperfections. Vitiligo or albinos.
Albinism.
Yes,
Mhm.
and I think they're some of the most beautiful
They are.
Let me tell you, the first time I made $10 for taking them knee pictures, I
So
swear.
anyway, also another champion for that is Rihanna.
Rihanna, yeah.
You cannot.
Ah,
Fenty.
I
is
love
not,
her.
Is it a totally acceptance based company?
Right.
Like they all went from the beginning. It wasn't like she said, "Oh, let's." It was like, "When I do, we will."
Right.
Rihanna's
Because
just that girl all the way
just from the
around.
beginning
All the
of
way
her
around,
company.
top to bottom.
Shout out to Riri, but when
She's
she
that
put
girl.
Linnell in that shit, I said, "Oh, she's serious." I was like, "Oh, she's serious."
Right, because the whole idea is that it's for everybody. And if you're making stuff to exclude people, then you're not doing a good job of being a good human.
You excluding money. You excluding
True.
money.
So how do you think she got to $1 billion before all these other people?
I
Because
promise.
she felt that if you include more people and make them feel accepted, they will come to you.
Yep.
When I saw that Linnell post, I said, "Grandma."
Where you see that at though? Where you see that at though?
Huh?
Where you see that at?
Social media, Shade Room. Come on now.
No, he be on her page. He lying. He likely know. He low key like them
Hey,
old
she got some-
ladies.
You got some.
He like them
got some
old
titties.
cats.
It ain't a group, but
I'm, I got a question since we were talking about model behavior. Has anybody been witness to or heard about like the model scam that was going around a couple years ago, where a model would book a shoot with a photographer and then purposely run late so that the photographer would cancel the shoot, and then the model would try and charge the photographer a cancellation fee? Have y'all ever heard about that?
Oh
I
no,
heard a
because they
couple
wouldn't
of-
have got shit from me.
I heard a couple of situations like that.
I
Okay.
have a non-refundable deposit.
I heard of a situation.
Non-refundable.
This is dead truth, right? I don't want to say the
Yeah.
photographer name because
So that's what they were doing. They were going around booking shoots for photographers, and then purposely showing up late to try and get the photographer to cancel the shoot. And then they would charge the photographer a cancellation fee as a way to kind of make money without ever having to take a shot by saying, "Well, you canceled, so forth and so on." And the photographer was like, "But you didn't show up. Like, you were 45 minutes out, and the shoot was only supposed to last an hour. And, I said I had to be somewhere at this time because somebody else was coming in." And they were trying to drag photographers like about 2 years ago.
But how much is the cancellation fee? Like, how much are they really making?
Depends on how many.
It depends. It depends on whatever the model sets her little cancellation fee as. Some of them were like $50. Some of them were half the cost of the shoot. Some of them were like $100 plus time and travel. So yeah, it just varied from person to person.
That's sad. If you got to go through all that to make a couple of dollars, just ask me for it. I'll cash app it. We don't have to go through all that. You know what I'm saying? I'll do a collection and we'll send you some money.
There's always somebody trying to do something scandalous or shady in this business. I mean, whenever I shoot somebody and I give them like pieces, they always like say a bathing suit. If they come to the shoot, we're doing a bathing suit. I actually purchased the bathing suit. They'll be like, "You want it back?" I'm like, "Why would I want it back?" And they were like, "Well, I shot with this guy and he wanted it back." I was like, I could see if it was a Lippmann fur. I could see if it was a Givenchy coat.
Nah,
I could
that's
see if it's
disgusting.
some high-end piece of merchandise that he consigned for the shoot. But I don't want your funky panties back that I gave you. Why would I need them? Why would I want them?
I know plenty of photographers.
Insidious.
Why they gotta be
It's
funky,
nasty.
I
Jerry?
know
Why they
plenty of
gotta be funky?
photographers who.
Well, what I'm saying is once they're worn, to me, that's got your body fluid on it. So why would I want it?
We in COVID. Fuck all that shit.
Yeah, I don't know about all
Some
that.
people like to smell it.
That
They
shit.
put it on your head and run around and smell it.
COVID is like the flu now.
I
You
would
get
tell
it,
them
it's
just,
gone. You live on.
Cut the
Speak for
crotch out if they ask
yourself,
for
bro, with
that.
this shit.
Right.
What do they need them for? You gonna put them on another woman? How do you know they're even gonna launder them?
It's like putting on a beater again.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
That shit gonna
I
be
mean,
saggy as shit.
I've heard they were like telling me that they guys actually underwear, baby.
Oh, man.
I'd rather you keep them and sell them. Make some money on the internet.
That's what I do.
Yeah, see?
That's a conversation for another time.
There are people out there that'll buy you used underwear.
Oh, a lot of
They'll
people.
buy used anything, socks, toothbrush.
Babe,
What?
Wow.
What did you say?
That is
Somebody
gross.
might use toothbrushes.
What'd you say,
Absolutely
Marcy?
I said base.
Base.
Oh, yeah.
We wore it.
Leave Uncle alone. He ain't here to defend himself.
He would say, yes, I would.
But y'all know I ain't lying.
Nope.
You ain't never.
Wow.
Nope.
Peace. How low we go.
So, any more questions?
Is it time for a
No, that was the only one I had. Just about the whole model scam thing, because
Yeah, I ain't never heard no shit like that. That's crazy. That is just out
Me
of this.
too.
Ooh.
yeah, it only went on for like a few months, and I guess people were like, I'm not having it, I'm not dealing with it, and it almost became like a red flag where if a model had a cancellation fee, first of all, why would a photographer cancel on something that he possibly already paid for? And why would the model cancel on a job where she could make money off of it? So, the whole thing, they kind of put it out there as like anybody who had a cancellation fee, there's almost something wrong with it because it doesn't make sense.
Right.
Like, why would the photographer cancel? And then why would the model cancel if it's something that they both agreed to do? I mean, things happen. You can always reschedule it. But what's the deal with the cancellation fee?
Van, I got a question, bro.
Yeah.
In this situation that you talking about, are we talking about a photographer paying a model to shoot?
Right. The situation that I heard about, that I was witness to, it wasn't me that was doing the shooting, but it was a friend of mine that had hired a model to come and do a shoot. He told her he had to be somewhere at 5 so that they could shoot from like 1 to 3. Okay. The day of the shoot, she was trying to push it back to 2 o'clock to still get in the same shots, basically squeezing that extra hour, and then trying to reduce whatever. Well, he was trying to reduce what he was paying for the shoot because she was going to be an hour late. Then she was like, well, if you're not going to pay me the whole rate, then why am I even coming out there? And he's like, well, you're the one that's late. So then she was like, all right, well, I'll be there in a little bit. I'm leaving another shoot now. And he was like, but you're supposed to be here.
Right.
You're on another shoot, shooting on my time that I'm paying for. I have to be somewhere. So basically, she was trying to double up on her money by moving stuff to her benefit and not saying anything.
Get everything in writing.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why they had these conversations back and forth, because it was all in text. So then when he canceled the shoot, she was like, well, you owe me a cancellation fee, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, look, that's not how that works. He was like, I'm paying you. It's just like a job. If you don't show up for a job, then you don't get paid. Like, that's just it. That's how he carried it. And then she went on there online and was trying to bash him and saying that he doesn't pay models, he doesn't do this, he doesn't do that. And he's like, I'm not gonna pay her if she doesn't show up. And then he was like, well, I don't like throwing people's names out there, but here's the whole conversation. And he put it all out there. So yeah, I don't want to say names, but yeah,
Yeah.
she tried to get him.
Well, I mean,
Backfired on him.
I had an instance recently where a young lady hit me up and she was like, "Hi, I'm a model and I'll be traveling in your area and I really love your stuff and I want to shoot with you. My rates are," and I was like, "Okay, cool. I'm a professional photographer, and if you really want to shoot with me, my rates are
Now what?
crickets. I got crickets."
Yeah, now what?
Right.
Because and that's another thing. It's perfectly fine for her to want to get paid for her work, but don't solicit me like you want to work with me, and then tell me I gotta pay to work with you.
Right.
Yeah, I've had that
Don't
happen once or
solicit me.
twice.
I'm not gonna pay. And I don't even want to work with you at that point because this is the problem.
She's
How do I
she's
even-
doing the right thing. She's just going about it the wrong way.
How do I even know she's a model?
Like you supposed to like post something that you've already done and then put your race out there, and then whoever contacts you that way, then you can get that money. But just like going to people and be like, "Hey, I want to shoot," and then they be like, "Okay," and then you be like, "Oh, it's $500." Like, no,
Well,
that's not how it works.
I had a model do that. She was talking about she hit me on the TFP group.
Right.
You remember that? She was talking to you too.
Right. Why are you
So
on
we're
the
in a TFP group.
and then- yeah.
And she was like, "Yeah, we're doing this, we're doing that. We got this place, we got that all set up." And then a week before the shoot, she's like, "It's gonna cost." "Oh, I'm not coming." "Why aren't you coming?" "Because you lead off with the cost. You don't give me the cost when I'm already set to come up there."
Right.
You said that you reached out to us on a TFP group. So why would you think we would be paying for that?
Well, you know,
That's like your barber being like, "Come, let me cut your hair," and then you get there and then he be like, "Oh yeah, by the way, this $100."
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What he's talking about, the problem is the person he's talking about, yes, she does model, but she actually has a modeling agency, and what she was doing was fishing for people to pay for her event. But like you said, she went about it the wrong way.
And that's breach of contract. She's not supposed to be out here doing that. That's what the
She went to
agency is
wrong
for.
group. You don't go to a TFP group looking for money.
Right. Apparently, you need new management because they ain't getting you the kind of money you need if you doing all that.
And she's
Or is she
supposed
on
to be
a
a
loader
manager,
pole?
so yeah, there's a problem.
She must be on a loader pole of that, For real.
Is it that time?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we back there. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's that time.
Back to that.
Oh yeah, it's a grown man break.
Yeah, verbal threat, black. This is verse. We got raw, Jay on the beat. We got smoke. This goes to all y'all hating ass niggas who ain't fucking with us. Check it, yo.
They're
Back
doing
to
a
the
commercial
Grown Man
break.
Click. I'm your boy Richie Rich in the building.
Got T.
J.I. And we have the lovely.
Blair, Art Baby Blair.
And of course, on the screen, as always, we have Sophisticated Grizzly, Dearest Teddy, Marcy, Bank Road. Tonight, we have joining us for the first time, Megan Monroe is in the house.
Come on.
And
Come
damn,
on.
hey, what's up, Craig? My boy Craig Scott, who's watching again tonight. He was the gentleman that I was talking to y'all about who wrote the actual movie that's, I believe, on the networks. I might be on Tubi, too.
TV. Shout out to
It's called
TV.
Can a Nigga Do Shakespeare? So, but the funniest part is, like I said earlier, when they first came on or was first said hi to us a couple months ago, is I actually was part of the original production of it when it was a play. So, helping out, helping to grow this, idea that he had. So it was amazing that now it's been brought all the way to fruition. So Congratulations, Craig, on Can a Nigga Do Shakespeare?
Yeah.
By the way, yes, they can.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all watch
All
Martin.
of my trumpery, not a palm de grace. Don't start with me. I can go there. What hope, Malvolio?
Hey, homie, where there I be?
Homeo. You looking for homie the clown now?
No,
What?
damn it, no.
I forgot. Dre never watched Martin. You don't understand references.
No,
I
don't.
forget.
He missed that whole episode.
He did.
I missed every episode of Martin.
Jesus.
You just watch Rocky. Shut up.
I'm actually on Creed now, so I'm good. I'm good.
He just watched Rocky like 2 weeks ago.
I did.
For the first time.
I did. I'm not ashamed.
I ain't never seen it.
Oh, here we go.
Well.
That's just as bad as you not seeing no episodes of Martin as a black man. Black card revolts.
It must be an 80s baby thing.
It gotta be. It gotta be.
See that coming. that was hard left.
Well, first, he had to be funny enough to make me want to watch. And his show wasn't funny to me. Go right ahead.
But you know what? I think
his favorite movie is Grease. So I don't have any types of No, your butt is revoked. You can't touch my butt.
I feel like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is funnier than Martin.
I feel like it had more.
Everything is funnier than
I feel like it had more cultural content than Martin. It had more serious moments.
I feel like the 70s sitcoms are funnier than all of them.
Okay, Marcy.
Sanford and Son. What?
Okay. All right.
You've never seen Sanford and Son, y'all?
I can't join in on this
I did.
That joint is funny. What's happening?
That boy.
Good times?
Hey, first of all, they never had good times. And can we really talk about it? The mother from Good Times was the most horrible mother in goddamn TV history.
No, why I seen this?
Why was she the most?
You talking about Florida?
Because everything they would move them to have good times, she was against. They found a bag of money. Oh no, let's take it back.
Right.
Get the fuck out of here. Fuck out of here.
If it had somebody's name on it or something like that, yeah, I'm taking it back.
We was
Also,
teaching her
wanted
kids
to
wrong.
take Black Jesus out.
Also living in the project,
She wanted to take Black Jesus out.
probably from a drug dealer or something. They gonna come get
Exactly.
that money.
She saved their lives, yup, from them coming to get hunted down by that drug dealer.
You looked at it the wrong way.
No,
They did
I look at it the
When
right
I
way.
did-
Oh, yeah.
Cabrini Green, shit.
Oh
You
my
don't
God.
want to take nobody's money.
Listen.
Green. Sorry.
Listen.
They gonna come back for that shit.
When we really talking about it, she came from another white racist show, and she kept the black family down.
Whatever. She went into gang turf with a bat and saved Michael.
Wait a minute. Hold
Name
on.
another good thing she did.
Are y'all confusing shows now?
No.
What the hell going on right
Where
now?
were they going all in the family?
You do know Good Times is a spinoff, right? It's not All in the Family, but
No,
Good
it's a
Times is
spinoff off of Maud.
Yeah,
Oh,
from
Maud,
Maud.
but that
Maud.
was a black show.
And what was she on Maud?
A housekeeper.
For who?
Yeah.
For what?
Thank you. That's it.
It was the 70s.
That's it.
But no,
But it was the 70s. What did you think they were going to write her ass in the
No, I
70s?
didn't say All in the Family. I didn't say All in the Family.
All in the Family was the spinoff of Moving On. Up.
Jeffersons.
Listen, All of the Family gave great racism.
I thought
Just spin off to another racism. This is like,
Yeah, no, he's right. Maud wasn't quite as racist.
Right.
no, the
It
family
was.
she worked for was.
And
You talking about Florida? We talking about Florida Evans?
Jamie
I'm
Foxx.
just
No,
saying.
Maud wasn't racist.
I said Florida Evans
I think
family.
Jamie Foxx show was funnier than that. So
Jamie Foxx was funny.
I think
Jamie Foxx is funny. I'll give you that.
I mean, I got to take Jamie Foxx over Martin on this one, bro. Like, I got to.
No one ever compares.
I'm be honest with you. I really Fox and love Martin, but I had to pick Jamie Foxx over it.
that's beer to champagne. You just can't compare. They're two different classes.
That's true.
Jamie Foxx as a comedian or the Jamie Foxx show?
The Jamie Foxx show. No, not as a comedian. Hell no. Hell no. No.
Well, his
as a
earlier
comedian,
stuff,
absolutely not.
F-U, the whole thing sitting at the piano singing "F-U," that was funny.
Yeah, but that's stand up. That's stand up though.
Yeah, I will say Martin is a funnier comedian, and Jamie Foxx is a
I will
better
give you
comedic
that.
actor.
I didn't like Martin's television show, but his live performances and the stand up, gravy.
But we comparing.
Who would be your all-time favorite comedians? Who's your all-time favorite comedian?
Oh, we got to start the list with Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor. You got to go Eddie Murphy.
Somebody said Jamie Foxx was
Eddie
not
Griffin.
funny.
Thornton Fordham. Hey, what's up, Thornton?
Bernie
You
Mac.
came over to the GMC. Thornton is one of them guys
I
that's
ain't nothing
over on
but.
the Sophisticated Grizzly.
I ain't gonna say it, but I see it.
He's a pimp. He's a pimp. But we wonder what led him here, huh?
What did you come to the GMC tonight?
He wanted some good conversation. That's all.
Yeah.
But Jamie Foxx was funny to me.
Jamie Foxx.
I never liked men playing women characters. It always sat weird with me. But I don't care about that part. The rest of it was funny.
We definitely going off the rails, but I'm so confused. Like, how do you like Jamie Foxx show?
Yeah.
But not Martin.
Because they are different shows. They were written by different people, and they have different energy.
Okay.
Just like she hasn't seen Rocky, but you love it now.
I do love it. I do love it.
Right.
I do love it. I don't. I can't.
Cinematically, it was well shot.
Yeah, I can't compare the two.
Right.
Jamie Foxx modeled his show after Martin, and if you watch it, you can see every character that Martin did that Jamie Foxx did.
I mean, if you really want to call it what it is, didn't Wanda come out before Shanae?
Yes.
Yeah.
She did.
Okay, we're talking about In Living Color that does sketches.
Yes.
Versus a theme show. We're talking about
We're talking about also
Saturday Night Live, and we're gonna compare.
Yeah, well, if we're gonna do that, then we're talking about Wanda, who is actually in the same vein and character of Shanae.
That's true.
So he kind of took that. He kind of took that from him. So it wasn't Jamie that took it. It was Martin that took that.
And with the Big Mama and all other guys dressed.
No, don't bring the movies into this. Don't bring the movies into this. We're talking about show.
I'm not talking about specific. Because I can't talk about the show.
Jamie Foxx show was poorly named.
The Jamie Foxx show was poorly named.
Yeah, what was Jamie's name on the Jamie Foxx show?
Jamie
what?
It wasn't Fox.
It wasn't Fox, no.
Nah.
But guess what? There are a lot
King.
of shows that were named after people, and their name was not their name on the show.
Another one? Eve.
Yeah.
Why was her name Shelly?
Because they
This shit did not make sense.
Right.
Who am I?
Okay. I mean,
think about rap songs. Rap songs have titles that have nothing to do with what's in the song. A lot
okay, think about the Cosby Show. His name was Heathcliff Huxtable.
How about that?
That's true.
I mean,
no, we're talking about.
Don't do that. We're not gonna do that. It's
he
still Black
always
History
want to
Month.
move
We're
the
not
damn
doing that.
goalpost. He always want to move the
We got
goalpost.
one more day. One more day. It's the shortest month of the year. Let us have it.
That's what I said. Rich will always move that damn goalpost. That's what he's gonna do.
Yep. He like the peanut when they try to get the football and she move it.
You can always tell when you got Rich because when you say something that's stumping miss you, and then he moves the goalpost.
Listen, that's a nice little narrative. That's a nice little narrative. It ain't gonna work, but it ain't gonna work. But definitely, but like Jamie Foxx show, that nigga at one time he played the characters and shit just like Martin did. I'm not gonna give y'all Wanda only because Jamie Foxx did not create Wanda. If you actually watch when Ken Ivory did his little 11 color shit, Jamie Foxx did not create Wanda. He played Wanda.
Okay, I could give you that,
Different thing.
but it was still created before Shanae. So whether it was
But it's still sad.
We don't know if Martin created Shanae or if
Yeah,
he
you
was
don't know
trying to
Martin
put
Hold
it
on,
out of the
I'll tell
writer's
you,
room.
I'll tell you, and we're gonna get back on subject real quick.
Okay.
But what I would say, I will give you anything from In Living Color, to Saturday Night Live to Mad TV. Any sitcom, I'm not going with. I'm sorry. If we talking about two, we're talking about two different genres. We're talking about two. You know I love Bobby. We're talking about two different genres of comedy.
Okay.
If we talking about the creative aspect of it, we're talking about satire. We're talking about skits.
Okay, I got you there.
It's more difficult
All right,
than the
I got you then.
Way more
How about,
difficult.
okay, if we want to go with that, then let's go with Flip Wilson then, because Flip Wilson had a female character before any of them.
Yes, he did.
I'm sorry.
That was that was a sitcom.
Sorry, I'm a '90s baby.
That was
But
a
wait,
sitcom. I don't
even
care about
though-
that. See, there you go, the moving the damn goalpost again.
Yo,
Moving the damn
Even though
goalpost.
I'm not in this conversation,
yo,
I'm
being-
saying
Even though
I'm
there's
not-
two
my
different
years.
genres of
knocking
TV,
being
the fact is
inspired
it's a
by it.
character
But we gotta
structure.
understand that Jamie Foxx was inspired by somebody, and he created this show. That's all I'm saying. It's like just like how Martin could have been inspired by Flint Wilson and all these other
He
people.
said Flint Wilson.
Who the hell is Flip Wilson?
Marcy, he a baby.
But,
He don't know.
see, this is the whole idea.
My bad, man.
This is the whole idea, though, man. And as a filmmaker and as a creative, you can't just stop looking at a certain era and say this is where I'm building my platform from, because you're missing a lot of creative, artistic things that were done before that era.
Just like you
Be
can't,
well versed.
you can't look at one show and be like, it's not funny.
I didn't look at one. I could sit. I have seen Martin shows. I've seen episodes, but they weren't funny. To me, they weren't funny. I mean, I just have a weird, different sense of humor when it comes to some things, and that just didn't do it. You might watch
you like
I
Jamie
Wish
Foxx.
They Served Beer in Hell, and you may not laugh through the whole movie. It made me cry. I was literally shaking the bed so hard, my wife wanted to kick me in my back off the mattress because that movie was funny as hell to me. You might watch it and go, why was Jerry even the fuck laughing? Because of how things play,
For the record.
how you take things. We
the
all
record.
don't see funny the same way.
For the
I
record.
never said that you were wrong for saying Martin was funny. I just said I didn't find him funny.
For the record, I like the Jamie Foxx show too. I'm just saying, don't y'all.
Yeah. There he goes.
See, this is
Cancel
what I'm talking
culture,
about.
cancel
Let's
Rick.
take it away. Cancel him. Thank you. Just give it to him. Right
Oh, we gotta do the
Y'all talking
what was
about
the
different.
show?
Y'all talking about different generations though.
Get your
Y'all
ass.
talking about different generations.
But all of the generations.
because he might not get the humor that Martin was pulling off, and that's okay.
But
When
think
I was
about it,
young,
bro.
I caught the shit.
But think about it. Each generation watches the last one in order to understand where they have to go. Every single generation gets some kind of inspiration from the generation that came before. You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard to just. There are very few comedians that started something brand new. Most of them are piggybacking off of what somebody else did. They're just doing it in a different way, but they're still doing something that's already been done.
What's up, Nick? Nick Carter was in the house.
Hey, what's up, Nick?
You know, I mean, hell, if we're going to go that far, Richard Pryor may have been one of the first because he had a female character as well. So we got Richard Pryor, we got Flip Wilson, we got so many different comedians that have done female characters that Martin and Jamie Foxx could have actually drawn that inspiration from. Even Keenan Ivory Wayans. I mean, look at Men on Film. You know what I mean? Like all of this stuff was inspiration that they seen from other things. And Paul Mooney wrote most of it, so you know.
Paul Mooney wrote. He was.
Yeah, he
genius.
wrote for everybody.
He was
Rest
genius.
in peace, man. That's a legend right there.
Yeah.
I agree.
And just like this
I
era,
bet you Rich knows nothing about Paul Mooney, do you, Rich?
Who?
You.
Paul Mooney.
I grew up watching Dave Chappelle show. Stop playing with me.
But
Okay,
Hey,
that was my introduction.
Marcy,
That was my introduction.
Marcy, don't
Paul Mooney, right?
Come on, but y'all gotta realize that was my introduction. So anybody who knows me on this panel, or once I get into something, I go. It's like I go. Good. I know. My favorite morning show said they got an interview right now that they can't air for Paul Mooney, and I understand why.
There's a whole lot of stuff for Paul Mooney.
Because
that
Paul
can't be aired.
Mooney would go off the rails in a way where it would be disrespectful, and even people who loved him said sometimes he was too much to handle, even though they loved him, because that's just how he was built.
Yeah, I
He was
hate
very
that about now.
political.
Everybody's so sensitive.
He
I
was very
saw
political.
an interview where he said his goal when he get up there to see how many people he can get to walk out his show.
Yep.
Yeah,
I said, hold up, who's this man?
right.
Who's this man? It's like, hold up.
Just like today. I mean, how many of us really find Mr. What's his name? Hart hilarious?
Kevin?
Yeah. Do y'all find Kevin Hart hilariously funny, or is he funny enough, or is he mildly funny?
I think he's hilariously funny, personally.
I
Okay.
agree.
Cool.
I agree.
Yeah,
You all right?
yeah.
I think
I feel like he's
people get tired of it.
over commercialized.
Yeah.
Oversaturated the market. Well, I don't know. For me, I find him funny. I don't find him. I don't avoid him. If a comedy special comes out, I'm gonna watch it.
Right.
Some of his storytelling is what makes him funny.
Yeah.
The way he tells a story is the strongest part. Movie roles,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
corny.
I don't know.
I love Dave
If
Chappelle.
we going
I
into
take
drama,
Dave over
Yeah.
Kevin Hart any day.
Yeah. Now, if it was between
drama.
Dave Chappelle and Kevin Hart, I'm taking Dave.
Me
oh,
too.
Dave
I'll
Chappelle.
take
have to
Tracy
definitely-
Morgan. I'll
Yeah,
take Tracy
Dave
Morgan over
Chappelle is
Kevin.
definitely funnier than Kevin Hart.
That isn't even in the same stratosphere.
yeah, I don't think that's a fair comparison.
That's not fair to anybody to be compared, except for maybe Richard Pryor, Paul Mooney.
That's what I'm saying though. Like, is you gonna
what's his
compare
name
anybody to
back in
Richard
the
Pryor?
60s, Lenny
Lenny
Bruce.
Yeah. Don't forget Michael Collier.
Olin Mike.
Yeah, Michael Collier was
Yeah,
hilarious.
Michael Collier is
One
funny.
comedian I
Michael
never
Collier
found
is
really
funny.
funny.
Oh.
The one comedian I never found really funny was Steve Harvey. I never
Yeah.
really.
No, I don't think Cedric's
All right.
funny. Now, I don't think
Right.
Cedric's
Funny.
funny. Cedric the
Cedric funny
Entertainer.
as shit, man.
I love
don't know.
Cedric.
Cedric
I
is
love that
Cedric
phone.
is
I don't
funny
think
as
they're
shit.
funny at
I
all.
love that
Eddie
phone.
Murphy.
Who's this? What's good, y'all? I believe Kev is doing his thing the same. Dave and him are not to be compared.
Right.
Right.
That was from Nick.
All right, man.
But I don't think Cedric's funny, bro. Cedric ain't funny to me.
That's not a good comparison at all.
Yeah, Cedric the Entertainer not funny to me, man.
That's like comparing Luther Vandross to anybody singing R&B right now.
That's like
Yeah.
Chris Rock.
Eddie Griffin.
Bill
Eddie
Cosby.
Griffin. He's funny.
Well, Eddie Griffin funny
He's
as hell.
funny. And he's really smart too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I met him in
curious, though,
Vegas.
like-
He's
I mean, I
also
know a lot of
good.
people don't like him, but I love D.L. Hughley.
I love him.
I like D.L. Hughley.
I love
I
D.L.
like
Hughley.
a
Hughley,
political kind of comedian.
I think-
I do.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
They talk about real shit.
Can
What's
I ask
up?
a question?
What's
Do
up?
y'all like him on his views and standpoint, or when he actually does stand-up comedy?
Stand
Both.
up.
comedy.
Both.
Mostly stand up.
Both.
I went to
So,
see him.
so
do
y'all
a
think
stand-up, and I
D.L.
enjoyed it.
Hughley set on Kings of Comedy was funny as hell?
Yes.
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 Absolutely.
Say
Yeah.
a joke right now.
Him and Bernie. Him and Bernie held it down.
Oh,
Killed it.
I don't
Bernie.
keep any of that stuff in my brain. I don't remember any of
Say
it.
a D.L.
Why?
Hughley joke right now
Why?
from
Huh?
Kings of Comedy.
Why?
What you say?
Do you keep that stuff in your brain? 'Cause
My
I
iron is low.
I wouldn't know if he was right or not because
Yeah.
I skipped you that shit.
What you saying?
He was talking about his wife, and she cold all the time, and her iron, because her iron is low.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
That was funny for women, and it was funny to me because I've been in a room with a room full of cold women when it was like 90 degrees, and they all tell me it's cold. It's cold.
What about female comedians? Who's funny and who's not?
We know Rich likes Lunel.
Because I never thought.
Yeah, really like you now.
I thought Monique was that
All
funny.
jokes aside, though.
I don't think
It's always
Monique
it
is.
is
funny.
No,
Now, Samore and Adele
Samore.
Givens are funny as
More
shit.
hilarious.
some more is probably top.
I love some more.
Yeah, and Adele Givens is
Monique
hilarious,
funny.
man.
I would think
I can
Monique is
listen-
funny.
Old Monique though. Old Monique.
was funny.
Oh,
Yeah.
Monique,
Big Monique.
yes.
Monique, now, when she first came out,
Oh, she
absolutely.
lost a lot of weight. She looked good.
She looks great. She looks amazing.
Right.
But yeah,
Oh my gosh, Ashy Larry. Donnell Rollins.
Donnell Rollins
One of
funny.
the
is really
funniest
good.
people on the planet.
We said female.
Also,
I'm saying, but I missed him. I missed
he
him.
messed up because Donnell Rollins is also one of the sensitive comedians we got. So
I don't think
try
it's
to
funny.
put that shit together.
You don't think Donnell Rollins is funny?
Nah, bro.
Did you see his set on the Snoop Dogg show?
It was trash.
What? Oh my God, that was hilarious as fuck. The way
It
he
was
was talking about,
trash.
he was talking about the song "Why."
He said trash.
And
Yo.
he was talking to a white guy about, have you ever had to get a bucket and a mop for some wet ass pussy? That was funny. That was funny.
Donnell
Trash.
Rollins is funny. But I will say, compared to who he was standing up on that, he didn't have the best.
He had
Yeah.
hard. I mean, he had
Didn't have
Cat
the-
Williams
so-
laughing.
Yeah, that's
Cat
a
Williams was rolling, so that was a funny set. When you make comedians laugh, you're funny.
yeah. I mean, look, the thing is, I'm not. He's a legend in the game, so I'm not going to question his ability. I just didn't think that was funny.
D. Ray Davis was funny on that Snoop Dogg special
Yeah.
too, though. He was
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah, D-Ray
Yeah.
funny.
I feel like
found
he's
Ricky
really
Smiley.
underrated.
I think
'cause
Ricky
he's really
Smiley's
funny.
funny.
He is.
Mhm.
I think Corey Holcomb's underrated too.
Oh
He
yeah,
is.
oh yeah. Corey Holcomb.
Corey Holcomb,
I
he
got
will
issues
kill
with
the
Corey.
stage.
Corey Holcomb just pissed everybody the
He
hell
on my
off. Bro. He's
nerves.
funny.
He
He
just
just
on my nerves. I want to like him, but he's
What
a
is that dude?
well, he's a dick. But he's a dick. He wants to be. He wants to be a jackass.
Corey? Yeah, Corey
one of
is.
them uncircumcised kind of dicks. Just
Wow. She went there.
Damn.
She went there.
Marcy just trying to say he
It
put
come in
his
my
smoke
head.
on
That's supposed to
everybody.
come out my mouth. I'm sorry.
Look, here's the thing though. Because we sit here with four creatives here and on the screen, right?
Yeah.
We all had different opinions on this, okay? So that's the beauty about everything.
Right.
That we all can have different opinions. Okay?
Yeah.
And y'all all can be wrong.
There's a guy. Anyway, model behavior too, y'all.
Oh man.
Let's get back on subject.
Ashley Larry's trash.
Jesus Christ.
Wanda Sykes is funny.
So since we talked about things that happened before, go
Uh-huh.
ahead.
Go ahead, Megan. Go ahead, say it again.
No, I was saying we talked about things that happened before and during the shoot. Let's talk about model behavior after the shoot and things that you do with the images that are just disrespectful.
Yes.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. If we're gonna talk about it, let's talk about it all.
I tell you,
Talk to me.
I said it the last time on another show when we was talking about this. But if I take an image of you and send it to you and I edit it, if you put any filter on that shit, don't tag me. That's your shit now.
If you do anything to it, don't tag me.
Yeah,
If
that's
you
yours.
post the raws, don't tag me.
If you post the what?
The raws.
Come on now.
Don't tag me. That
Come
is
on.
not my completed work. You got me out here looking crazy.
Well, see,
I like it.
one thing you have to understand about Blair, she's a commercial photographer, which means everything she does, she touches before she puts it out.
Hello?
Which I completely respect. Me on
I
it,
can't hear you. What'd you
I
say?
ain't got time for that.
you can put my raws out because I shoot fire. I don't care.
You should write all you want. I just don't like it.
That's the whole idea. We all have different.
I just
levels.
prefer that my stuff be edited. I'm an editor. That's what I do. Like that's a big part of the process. So, you know.
But why
And
did
9
it,
times out of 10, I'm
became a
only
big part
showing
of the
you the shit.
process?
I'm only showing
Because
you.
even back in the day, very little was done. When Dodging and Burning was first done, it wasn't that much. It was just to take out small blemishes and correct skin problems. And it evolved into Portrait Professional 44, where they can take your whole face and put it on another face
Well,
and
it's
give
not,
you another face.
It's not back in the
There's
day no
nothing
more.
wrong with it. I'm just saying that sometimes a natural image with beautiful sunlight and the right angles is just as good as a retouched image.
Another thing I hate is if I tell I'm going to give these images by a certain time, don't text me before that time asking if they done.
No,
I told you that they'll be ready at this time on this
Right.
date
right,
at this capacity.
exactly.
I will ignore the fuck out of you.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm definitely there with that.
All right, bro. So anyway, our boy Grizz is getting ready to roll on out of here. He's got to get ready to go and be with Miss K. But can you do us a favor and just tell us where we can see you in the next couple of days? And if you know your topic, what's your topic?
Okay. So I'm on a Sophisticated Grizzly on Wednesday at 8:15. And this week we're going to ask the ladies what do they think masculinity is, and ask the men what they think femininity is.
Ooh.
And I want to see if at any point anybody can come anywhere close to what the other sex thinks. Because I think we're missing a whole lot of points, and that's where a whole lot of these arguments are coming in from, because men truly do not understand, or they think they know what femininity is, and women truly don't understand or think they know what masculinity is. So we'll see.
I like that. That's gonna get deep. That's gonna hurt some feelings. That's gonna bring some people to the forefront.
Exactly. Ultimate goal is to heal so that we can finally end the debate about what is this and what is that. How about we just understand what humanity is and figure that out first?
Amen, my brother.
Well,
We definitely appreciate you being here tonight. I know this is one of those photography shows, and it kind of wears in because after white, you're like, well, I don't know what they're talking about now. But
Man, I don't even take good pictures with my damn cell phone, so I don't know what the hell. But it's definitely an interesting topic, man. I did learn quite a bit, though. I will say that. So it's definitely not, it's definitely not a waste, because I always learn something.
That's what it's about, man.
Yeah. All right, family. I will talk to you guys some other time. Take it easy.
Nice meeting you, homie.
Go watch
Sophisticated
Jamie
Grizzly
Chase
Podcast,
Fancy.
8:15 Wednesday nights. We'll see you there.
See you Wednesday, Grizz.
All righty.
So after the shoot, model behavior.
My thing is,
yeah, go ahead.
my thing is, if we're not like close like that, I really don't care about your personal life outside this, because it's a business for me. Like, I'm not your therapist, not your brother, not your sister. Go home. It's like, don't sit back. Be like, I can't believe this. See, my boyfriend never did this, but that's because his mother never treated him. I don't give a fuck. I don't. Go on,
You are cold.
I don't care. I'm sorry. I don't.
We are creatives for bartenders, basically. Like we are we are a creative bartender in some aspects, because I mean, you can't I can't get anybody to feel comfortable around me enough to cry in an image and make some amazing art unless they're comfortable. So yeah, some people,
I'm okay with
about the business, and it's, you're just getting that money. That's one thing, I can understand that. But even that, you have to have a level of feel or energy towards them, because I still want to get the best out of the subject who I'm not connected to.
And that's where the miscommunication comes from. Right? They think after the
shit,
because they think after it's over, they can sit back and be like, "Well, let me tell you what's going on in my life."
Well,
and I'll sit back because I'm a nice guy.
I'm talking about your actual camera side manner. I'm not talking about having them sit down.
You talking about after the shoot, though?
Well, I was talking about after the shoot, but what I'm saying is that if, in order to get connected to them, where they feel vulnerable enough to give you that energy, it's probably going to translate after the shoot.
I'm all right.
You know what I mean? Because, if you're doing your camera side manner enough that they feel comfortable, eventually they're going to start saying stuff that maybe you don't care about, but
7 out of 10 times I got somewhere to be, so I can't really sit there and console you. Right? I'm sorry, I can't.
But you have your way.
My friends is okay.
You have your way. I mean, nobody going to say that your way is wrong, because that's the way you do it. He don't do that all the time. He be acting like that, but he don't.
Mhm.
That's because I'm a nice guy. That's all. So I get Scott to do it. I guess Scott to do it.
You got a
believe
question there.
What y'all think about?
Ada.
I was gonna get to it. Ada Rodriguez as a comedian and model.
I don't know who she is.
I didn't realize she was a model, but I can see it.
I didn't know she was a comedian.
Let me look this person up. I don't know.
I don't think I've ever heard of her.
If I think, I don't want to say it right, but that's the same girl from, right?
This must be somebody that you like or something, because I ain't never seen this girl a day in my life.
I've seen a couple times.
What's she on? Is this a wrestler?
Is she new? Is she new to the game?
I don't think she's a wrestler. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure how long she's been on.
Oh.
That answers the question. We don't think about her because we don't even know who she is.
No, hold on. I didn't know she was a comedian though. I knew she was an actress though, 100%. Okay, I mean, do what you do.
No, she's definitely a comedian.
I don't even know if I heard her.
I've never seen her set, but do what you
I'll
do.
have to
I ain't
check
no
it
problem.
out. You see, you learn something new every day.
But if
Rodriguez, we'll put her on the map. See
if
what's
we
up.
talking about it, right? Like we can take. Well, no.
Well, never mind.
We could take that name out and we could say about comedians and quote unquote models like B. Simone is one. She considers herself a model and a comedian.
She ain't no damn model.
I said she considers.
And I said she ain't.
Her own self in her own head.
You're so cold.
Hey, it's a cold world.
But nah.
Put on your long johns. It's gonna get cold out there.
Cold world.
But no, that's the thing. Like, at some point, you can do both.
Yeah.
You don't just have to box yourself in as a model.
Absolutely.
You can do both.
Well, Megan's a model photographer,
Yeah.
and she's funny too. If you sit around her long enough, you will. Be
Who's
cracking
somebody
up.
that's like really a model and a comedian though?
Nobody I know.
Yeah,
Really,
I'm
a model
not
is
a
a-
comedian, and I don't claim to be.
Tyra Banks.
Tyra Banks ain't no comedian.
Wow.
Her forehead's comedy.
Hey yo, don't you? Hey, there will be no Tyra Banks left.
Yes, there will be.
No, they won't.
They can show IMAX movies on that forehead.
All right. Listen.
Chris Tucker's like, I don't know. I'm just throwing out.
I don't really ever answer that. Like, cause I never really looked it up. To be honest. Model / comedian.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, cause
I can't think of nobody either. I'm about to look it up.
Only one woman I can think of is the young lady that was a cheerleader, and she turned into a comedian. I can't
Miss
remember
Pat?
her name, but she's pretty funny.
Miss Pat was a model / comedian.
Where's Miss Pat?
We
Who's
don't
Miss
know.
Pat?
He making shit up again.
Y'all know who Miss Pat is? She
No.
got a sitcom out called the Miss Pat Show.
I know
It
who
must
Miss
be on
Pat is,
TV.
and she ain't
It's
no
on
goddamn model.
it's on BET Plus.
Well, never mind.
Okay.
Whoopi
But I don't know
Goldberg.
too many models. I mean, comedians by trade do photo shoots, and unfortunately, if they're a looker, they're always going to be model-ish, I would say. But I don't know no models that turn comedians.
I know Just Hilarious is trying to be a model.
I don't know too many.
She annoys me too. I used to
Okay.
like her a
Where's
lot.
the
Listen.
cricket button? Y'all just saying anything at this point. It's time to go home
Yeah.
and sleep.
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
Because
y'all just-
what?
Yeah. I
Please
think
stop.
we've done this subject up enough. But does anybody need to say anything before we go?
I got some projects coming out. Be on the lookout. You know what I mean?
Okay, between now and next week.
Yeah, and also if you ever get a chance, go ahead check out Inner Thoughts on
Pimps
YouTube right
up,
now.
Hoes down.
What?
That's what I got to say.
Right.
Anyway,
She
Bros
needs to come
over
in more-
hoes.
She needs to come in more often, don't you think?
Yeah, no,
Yo. She part of the crew.
yeah.
I need my part in the intro though. I need to put on a gown. I need to get my hair done. I need to get my makeup done. Do a nice little video set.
Wait. Just put on a suit and shit. Let's
Matter
do
of
it.
fact, change the name. I don't like it.
Oh, no.
Here we go.
What?
Gladys Knight and the Pips.
Wow.
Ain't that some shit?
Wow.
Grown woman click-ish.
Right.
Clickish.
Yeah.
It's the clickish. It's the thuggish clickish bro.
All right. Well, I guess
Oh, Lord.
this is
Let's get
it,
it.
right?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
done.
I'm Jerry.
I'm Scott.
Richie Rich is in the building.
And Blair, our
And
baby
this
Blair.
is the end of the Grown Man Click podcast. We'll see you next week.
See?
See you next week.
Ooh.